So with the Six Nations not on last weekend, I thought I'd ask you guys what sort of video you want to see with a poll. It was pretty close between the best outsider picks and looking ahead to round 4. So I decided to merge the two and create the best outsider picks for round 4, with one player from each nation. I also just want to thank you all for subscribing lately. I really hope we can achieve 1,000 subscribers by the end of the Six Nations. If we can get that, that'll be brilliant. So let's now just get into the video. First up is Rory Dodge. Now he might be on people's radar more than before, but I still feel like many will overlook him. Scotland have Italy up next, and this is a perfect game for Dodge to cement his position and let everyone know that he can be consistently good at test level, like his performance against France. The only barrier I see is Hamish Watson, because they obviously play in the same position and do similar roles around the pitch. But nonetheless, you can't ignore Dodge's performance against France. And with a huge amount of back row choices, Dodge could be a dark horse in your teams. The Welsh player that I've gone with is Owen Watkin. Since the World Cup, Wales have struggled to cement their starting centre partnership, with Jonathan Davies being injured quite a bit and Hadley Parkes moving to Japan. I still don't think they've actually done this, but they are getting closer. Watkin had been a surprise for me with how much he's played and his importance to the team in terms of making meters and defending. With Davies just coming back from injury, this does worry me a little, because I believe Davies is still the number 113. But if Watkin plays, then he's definitely a key part of that Wales team, so keep an eye out, and if you're wanting a differential pick, especially in the centres, then he's a solid choice. Another centre pick up next, and it's Mulfana from France. Now he's had a bit of time on the wing this Six Nations, so if Villiers is fit, I expect him to probably start. But France's centres aren't actually set in stone, just like Wales. Fiku is of course nailed on, but that 12 shirt is changing depending on who the opposition are. Against Scotland it was Dante, because they knew the game would be tough and needed hard yards off first phase. But Mulfana has been preferred on some occasions, and with his young age he seems to be one for the future as well. So again, check the team sheets and see if Mulfana is in. He's also such a cheap option right now, especially for the centres, so definitely keep your eye on him. My English pick is Jamie Ballmeyer. I'm pretty sure he's the only other hooker in camp, and with Cowan Dickey now injured for the rest of the tournament, I'm sure Eddie Jones will give Ballmeyer a chance. However, saying this, the last two fixtures for England are Ireland and France, arguably the two hardest fixtures. So, will this be time to actually put Ballmeyer in? I'm not too sure. I would probably say George is more nailed on, but nonetheless hookers do tend to interchange. And for me, Ballmeyer is likely to get some minutes, whether that be from a substitution or from the start. Oh, and if anyone saw the latest England Rugby YouTube video, then you know that Eddie likes him. So go check it out if you haven't seen it already. My Irish pick is Jack Conan. The Lions man has had somewhat of a quiet start to this campaign, but I expect him to play a big part in the remaining 2 games as Ireland bid for a Six Nations title challenge. Conan has started at 8 in all games except the Italy one, where he actually came off the bench to score some huge points, and if he was your super sub, well, you did very well. The Irish back row is a force to be reckoned with now, with Doris picking up Autumn Nations Player of the Series and Josh van der Fleer performing out of his skin right now. So I do expect Conan to follow suit here and have a massive final 2 games. He's Ireland's number 8, so he's going to be robust and carry hard, whilst also winning a turnover or 2. And finally, it's Italy, and I've gone with Brex. He has the ability to break the line whoever he plays against, with his carrying ability being so direct. His last game saw him rack up over 30 points in a disappointing loss to Ireland. Obviously we don't expect Italy to actually win any of their final games, but with Wales and Scotland to come, I believe they are probably the other 2 lacklustre teams in the championship so far. Well, the table shows this anyway. Even though there are many other decent centres to pick from, if you are running out of budget or fancy an outsider Italy pick, then Brex would be a decent option for you. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I took a short break last weekend, seeing as though there were no Six Nations games. But we are back in full force, and I will be back again this Friday with yet another team selection video. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday for the next video.